Don't want to be like Mike, but who's worth more? Great finds today. I got in some more action figures. These are from the 90s. I have some older ones from the 80s. And I have some little Tikes as well as a Weebles. Now, action figures. Action figures can be great, and they are very collectible, especially something like in the Ninja Turtles. This is from a movie. This is Space Jam.
Yeah, but I'm a baseball player now.
Right. And I'm a Shakespearean actor.
These are characters from Space Jam. Which one is worth the most? We know in real life this guy is worth a lot of money, but is he worth more than this guy or this guy? Now, before we go any further, toys from childhood are always going to be fun, but which toys? Probably the toys you played with, like these cool-looking guys, like the Turtles. That guy's from the Toxic Avenger. Now, these are old toys. These are called little Tikes. They don't really have legs. They just stand there. They do have jobs, which is great. And he just comes out of there. See his seat. He drives a dump truck. But you don't get nostalgic about playing with these little tiny guys. So these little tiny guys, you can get a little money for them, but not that much. And it's not because they're not cute. They just look like obese little people. These are just... They're kind of like Weebles, but they're not Weebles. Now, this is a Weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Most of these have character faces like this. This one is Bert. He's waving. He's probably wondering where Ernie is. He's not happy. Where did Ernie go? We don't know. We don't know. Is this some sort of Morse code? I did not realize Bert only had 3 fingers, but he's holding up one. He's not happy. These would sell in a set. They wouldn't be that much, but they never fall down. Ever, ever, ever. They weeble, they wobble, they don't fall down. So Weebles, toys that you had maybe is before you went to school aren't as collectible, aren't as nostalgic, but that's okay. We're just going to drive those away. Now, what's going to be worth more? Maybe it's a Ninja Turtle. This guy is actually from the Toxic Avenger. It's a movie, it's a show, it's cool. This is a Radiation Ranger. Yes, a Radiation Ranger. What's a Radiation Ranger? Well, he doesn't like radiation. So he wears this little mask here. He is actually a foot soldier for Dr. Kill-Em-Off. Dr. Kill-Em-Off. So this is basically a stormtrooper for the Toxic Avenger. These are just the foot soldiers. They still have an important job. Now, we'll talk about these guys in a second and what you want to look for. But let's look at Mike. Now, Space Jam, one of the greatest movies, cartoon movies. It was Looney Tunes. You could buy all these guys. That, of course, is Michael Jordan. And some of his friends were turned into kind of ghoulish figures. This little guy here's name is Newt. Newt is a very handsome fellow. He is supposed to be like Muggsy Bogues, who was one of the shortest players to ever play in the NBA. And he transformed into this when they had to play the Looney Tunes for I Won't Ruin the Movie for You. And that is supposed to be Muggsy Bogues. This tall fellow, California guy, they're all number 0 for some reason. This is supposed to be Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley was a 7-footer. He was gargantuan. So is this guy. And these guys are the villains. They eventually come around. But that's okay. There he is. And, well, it's hard to stand up when you're 7 foot tall. Now, Mike. Everyone likes to be like Mike. He doesn't have his basketball. You can see where he holds his... I was wondering how he could palm a basketball. You see that little pin right there? That's a little known fact here. This is Mike, course number 23. Very cool. Very awesome. Mike is worth so much money in real life if this was the real Michael Jordan. That's not. That's a figure. These figures, which is worth the most? Well, if we went by height, it'd be this guy. But we'll find out in a second. Now let's talk about older toys. Older toys. Especially things like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is Usagi. He is kind of a villain. He's in all kinds of different things. He's a cool-looking rabbit. He comes from a place where the animals evolved, not the humans. So this is what you'd look like if you were an evolved rabbit. Not very happy. This is Shredder. Shredder is one of the main villains. He's got cool kind of things. He's missing 90% of his stuff. If you saw Shredder, he has all kinds of cool stuff. But this Shredder is kind of the stripped-down version of Shredder. Shredder's real name? Oroku Seekit. Yep, I'd go by Shredder too. So this is Shredder. Now, he doesn't have his stuff. The Toxic Avenger guy, he also is missing just a couple things. Now, this is cool. This is a Turtles copter. And you see here, it's like a helicopter. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's got cool stuff. It actually has boxing gloves. You pull this and the boxing gloves, see, punch out. I mean, what could be better than that? This has all kinds of weapons. Now, this is missing a lot of... There's weapons that go here. There's all kinds of things. So when you find some of these older toys, these came with a lot of accessories. And they don't have their accessories. Their accessories sometimes can go for more than the actual figure. So it's hard to judge what is worth the most money without the accessories. What is worth the most if it had all the accessories? Well, the reason he's not happy is it's because it's the vehicle. If you had the vehicle with all the accessories and the guns and everything else, you can go for over $100. This, you can buy the pieces and put it together. As it stands, you can get what you want for it. I would wait for the pieces. I would sell it as a lot. Shredder, I would find him some more clothes, and I'd introduce him to some of the stormtroopers. Now, these guys are interesting because they are basketball. Basketball is really hot. Even basketball cards are becoming extremely hot. The card market went away, but now it's back. Is it Sean Bradley? Is it Muggsy Bogues? Or is it his Airiness Michael Jordan? Well, in the action figure market in Space Jam, sorry, Mike, you didn't win this one. You won a lot. We still love you. These two figures, they were also sold with their Looney Tune counterparts. But these, if you have these in the box, these can be worth some pretty good money. But even out of the box, this face can get you almost $30. Same with Sean Bradley here. This is Blanco. I think that's pretty much what's on his mind. They're all number 0, but 0 is not what these go for. And if they come out with a new Space Jam, of course, these may increase in value. These are all cool action figures because action figures are cool because you can sit them on a shelf and they look awesome. And if Mike had his basketball, but I'd put these together. So basketball is cool. Teenage Mutant Ninjas are cool. Now, these are still nice, but we're just going to leave these away. No one really collects these. We all need foot soldiers. And don't be angry. Go ahead and like and share. And tell someone you love that keep your action figures and all your accessories. Have a good one. Great finds today.